It's interesting that some people find science so easy and others find it kind of dull and difficult. Especially kids, some of them are just eat it up. And I don't know why it is. It's the same perhaps for all subjects. For instance, lots of people love music and I never could carry a tune. And I lose a great deal of pleasure out of that. And I think people lose a lot of pleasure who find science dull. In the case of science, I think that one of the things that make it very difficult is it takes a lot of imagination. It's very hard to imagine all the crazy things that things really are like. Now, when you ask, for example, why two magnets repel, there are many different levels. It depends on whether you're a student of physics or an ordinary person who doesn't know anything or not. If you're somebody who doesn't know anything at all about it, all I can say is that there's a magnetic force that makes them repel, and you're feeling that force. See, that's very strange because I don't feel kind of force like that in other circumstances. There's a very analogous force, electrical force, which is the same kind of a question. So that's also very weird. But you're not at all disturbed by the fact that when you put your hand on the chair, it pushes you back. But we found out by looking at it that that's the same force, as a matter of fact, the electrical force, not the magnetic exactly in that case. But it's the same electrical impulsions that are involved in keeping your finger away from the chair, because everything's made out of its electrical forces in minor and microscopic details. I find myself trying to imagine all kinds of things all the time, and I get a kick out of it, just like a runner gets a kick out of sweating. I get a kick out of thinking about these things. I can't stop. I mean, I could talk forever. I can't stop. It turns out that the magnetic and the electric force with which I wish to explain these things, this repulsion in the first place, is what ultimately is the deeper thing that we have to start with to explain many other things that looked like everybody were just accepting. You can't put your hand through the chair. That's taken for granted. But that you can't put your hand through the chair when looked at more closely, why involves these same repulsive forces that appear in magnets. The situation you then have to explain is why in magnets it goes over a bigger distance than ordinary. There it has to do with the fact that in iron, all the electrons are spinning in the same direction. They all get lined up. And they magnify the effect of the force until it's large enough at a distance that you can feel it. The world is a dynamic mess, jiggling things if you look at it. If you magnify it, you can hardly see anything anymore because everything is jiggling and they're all patterns, lots of little balls. It's lucky that we have such a large scale view of everything that we can see them as things without having to worry about it. Little atoms all the time. I could go further. I could tell you that the magnetic forces are related to the electrical forces very intimately. That our relationship between the gravity forces and the electrical forces remains unknown. I thought about this little motor going around, and what was it that made it turn? And what was going on? And what's going on is there's a dam some distance away here. The water going over the dam turns a great big wheel. And this wheel is connected with long, thin pieces of copper, which split up into other pieces of copper and split up and spread all over the city. And then they're connected back through another little gadget that makes wheels turn. All the wheels of the city are turning because this thing turns. If this thing stops, all the wheels stop. It starts again, they all start again. And I think that's kind of a marvelous thing of nature. That phenomenon, I like to think about a lot, because all it is copper and iron. See, sometimes we think it's a man-made generator, it's very complicated, the phenomenon is a result of some special something that we made. But it's nature doing it. You realize what a fantastic mystery nature is. What happens is that the electrons, which are a part of an atom, they're pushed by the motion of the copper wires. And it's wonderful to think that you push a few here, and they get too close together, so they push the others because they repel at a long distance. So it's not just like water, which repels at a short distance, but it's a wonderful fluid which repels at a long distance, and the effects therefore can go very quickly through the wire. There's a little concentration, you go zing through the wire all over the city at once. Electrical, you can use that stuff to make signals. You can push a few electrons here and there by talking to the telephone, the other end of the line. A long line of copper across the city. The electrons respond because of this very rapid interaction. These long distances. Fantasizing and looking at the world, imagining things. It really isn't fantasizing, we only try to imagine what it really is. That all these things are going through the room at the same time, which everybody knows but you gotta stop and think about it to really get the pleasure about the complexity, the inconceivable nature of nature.